Hello, welcome to part 2 of this Last of Us 2 grounded tutorial. In this video, we'll be going through the entirety of Seattle Day 1 for Ellie. So from here all the way through to when they get to the theater. Maybe I'll include the flashback in there as well. But yeah, let's get started here. Webcam off so you can focus on my hands and the controller. And here we go. So here you do want L2 held down, because otherwise the horse is quite a bit slower.
Hey, have a little faith. What about those crazy cannibals you said you
So we don't have any enemy encounters until we get to the courthouse. The game kind of opens up in a Lost Legacy style open world thing. And you need to get gasoline to open a gate that's locked, which you need codes for. The code, there's 2 codes you have to input. They're the same each time.
Until we find out more information.
And the game makes it so you have to go to a synagogue and a courthouse. Now, whichever one you go to first, that place won't have the gas. Whichever place you go to second will have the gas. But it is faster, really because of where the game leaves you. Like the way you exit the building. It's faster to go to the courthouse first and then the synagogue second. It's where you exit from that makes it faster. As for this portion right here, there are many branching paths to get to where you need to go. Just follow the one I took here. There probably is a faster way to go as well, but
Ellie,
I just always go this way.
Yeah, we're getting close. Start keeping an eye out. Got it.
Alright, restart checkpoint here. It places, of course his name is Shimmer, right? Yeah. So as soon as the subtitles pop up, Ellie says, here we go. There we go. Here we go. Restart checkpoint. And it places you a little bit further up ahead. Now, when you get to where we need to go, we have to pick up a map and gate codes. And it has to be in that order. Whatever drawer you open first is going to have the map. And then you have to have the gate codes. I hear people ask all the time, what happens if you just never pick up the gate codes? You know what the codes are already. The game will not let you input them correctly if you don't have the codes. So you have to get the map, you have to get the codes. Alright, this checkpoint can be a little tricky. It's that tree to the right once the horse gets there. So 112.28. 112.28. What about there? Yeah, right there. There we go. When the number changes, that's the checkpoint. Yeah, this one places you really far ahead. So we go over here. Here's our supplies. So we have... we threw the bottle at that glass window in the library. We have 2 rifle, 1 Molotov, a med kit, and there's the 2 pistol bullets that we were given because we didn't have any when we were leaving Jackson. Again, we need it. If you have 0 rifle leaving Jackson, you'll have 0 rifle when you get here, but the same doesn't apply to the pistol. That's why we had to be very efficient with ammo when we were doing patrol. Like to dodge off of there. So yeah, going that route is the fastest way. When it comes to jumping over obstacles in this game, I don't recommend just jumping short on these. Wait until you get here so it looks like she's about to fall off. Kind of like that. Where's it going to place me? Damn it. Alright, well you get to see it again. Anyway, when you hit a ledge like that, she'll like lean over a little bit and then fall over. It's when she's doing that is when you want to jump, because then she won't like jump short and then have to climb up. That was my fault. That's the reason right there I like to dodge off of certain objects. Even Dina's like, can we hurry up? So, dodge off here. Climb up here. And then time these jumps. Like so. So your momentum keeps going.
Dina, help me up here. Okay.
The same applies for the jumps up here. These jumps can be quite strange.
I'll keep an eye out. Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good.
So same thing applies here. Get to the ledge, then jump. The jumps are a little smoother. Now here I like to hit left and then X. And she should jump stuck. Okay. Right there. Then I like to do a dive and then a dodge, because she climbs this part faster, and then jump there. You'll find what's most comfortable here
I'm good.
with this kind of stuff.
Just almost died.
I should really focus more on the enemy encounters and stuff. That's a very awkward object to, like, get off of, so I recommend a dodge. Alright. This is a funny one to explain. I do not recommend this for beginners, but normally you just go down the ladder, and then at the bottom you mash circle, she'll survive the fall, and you're good. There's a faster way to get down here, and it looks like this. That's about 3 seconds faster, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong. For example, the dodge. She missed the light. So if I let that play out, she would have died. So you want to dodge to the right here. Now you also want to hit circle. It's like I mentioned when they were in patrol. If you hit circle when her feet are off the ground, she'll land more softly. If you don't hit circle, she just misses the light post and she falls to her death. So one more time. See that? She won't land on it. So when you dodge forward, it has to be a little bit far to the right and hit circle, and she'll land on this thing. Now right here, she looks funny here. What I like to do is aim and then slide off. Because if you don't do that specifically... Oh, if I had to guess, I'd say she's dead. So, one of those things to look out for. Like I said, this is an advanced strat. Yeah, I could tell she was gonna miss. She dodged too far to the left. There we go. If you were to do like this, if she's screaming, she's dead when she hits the ground. So what I like to do, gun out, dodge, to the right, circle, and then just aim off the ledge. And she'll live every time. And get the bottle. Get that bottle. Very important you get the bottle. And then we go. Again, for beginners, that strat is not a necessity. It's just for... It saves about 3 or 4 seconds. So, yeah. You get the bottle, break the glass, climb in here, open this drawer, and you get the map. You cannot go without picking this up, like I mentioned earlier. You have to. We got a generator here. Just turn this on.
It's a generator.
And then get this rope. Open this door. Put the rope in here. Immediately mash triangle to open this thing up. Now, to avoid conversation with Dina, as soon as you can zoom in, like I mentioned before, you can tell when checkpoints are hit by when you're able to zoom in as a character. So right there, restart checkpoint, it skips conversation with Dina. Go back and get the rope. Now we need to throw this over on the other side. There's one problem though. If you do it over here, as you can see, there's that barrier thing that is going to keep from being able to reach this thing over. Yep, see, you can't. So what you have to do is come over here and throw it over from the left side of that thing. And it'll be long enough. And you plug it in here. Break the glass again and open that drawer over there. Now, this thing that you pick up, these are the gate codes. You just need to memorize 2. You can't put this away in your inventory until you've flipped the note over. So you have to flip it over with triangle, and then hit circle to put it away. And then this gate code is 0512. Just memorize it. Also, if you hit up, it won't go back down to 0. You know, you can, like, hit down as many times, it's going to stay at the bottom. 0, 5, 1, 2.
Yes.
And they're pretty responsive, so you can do them quickly.
Well done.
Shit.
Alright, there's another one. As soon as you can zoom in as the character. Restart checkpoint. This restart checkpoint makes it so you can get... it makes Shimmer... Shimmer's the horse. I almost said Callus. Shimmer is closer to you, and Dina gets on the horse faster. So yeah. That one is worth it.
Oh shit, look. Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it.
Okay, now we are going to come over here
Okay.
and attempt to turn this generator on, but we're going to mash triangle because it doesn't have gasoline.
Here we go.
So you need to do 2 failed pulls. Now, what I'm going to do here is swap the frame rate to 30 because
It's out of gas.
this will allow us to push Dina out of the way, and if it works... Alright, it didn't work. It's supposed to work. This strat is always very finicky with me. It's kind of strange. I'll show it to you again. When you get on the horse and Dina is really far away,
Okay.
Dina will teleport to the horse. So you don't have to watch her get on. But the reason I swap frame rates there is because in 60, this was the case when I practiced it. Yeah. In 60, you
What
can't
do we do now?
push her out of the way. That's a very strange frame rate difference, but yeah. Right there, you can't push her out of the way.
Okay, here we go.
So what I do here is some failed pulls, swap the frame rate. I push her out of the way pretty aggressively.
It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
And then right there, I pushed her out of the way far enough that she teleports to the horse. And then I swap the frame rate back,
Oh shit. The note.
and then we are on our way.
The note mentioned that there's
Now, the reason that's
gas in the
important
courthouse
is
garage
because
and the dome.
the dialogue here...
Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan?
So what's the plan for finding these things? If you don't hop over this thing right here, if you don't hop over this thing here, they'll keep conversing, you know. So what's the plan for finding these places? Ellie would then go, we ride around and see what we see, and then Dina would have another line of dialogue. The moment you hop over here, the next line of dialogue gets cut. So you want to get over this thing as soon as you can. So if you aren't able to get that Dina teleportation thing to the horse, you're going to lose about 3 or 4 seconds of an extra line of dialogue by a character.
For finding these
So what's the plan for finding these places? So where are we?
Where are
That's what you want. That's the fastest thing you can get there. And then after she's done saying that, you want to hold down touchpad. That opens the map.
Nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
Make sure you don't press it again, because that'll open the map, which you don't want to do. Alright, and just like before with the horses, hold forward and sprint,
happened out here?
and then turn the camera
I'm guessing
very
the military bombed the
delicately.
shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
Okay, right there I actually messed up. I grazed the side. Yeah, let me go back. So if you look right here, there's all these, like, elevation differences here, but over here, there's more like a ramp. So we're going to use that.
What the hell happen out here?
Yeah, dialogue,
I'm guessing
whatever.
The military bombed the shit out of this place.
Okay, so we start from
How would they
here,
do that?
go over
They
here.
sometimes destroy parts of the city that were
So the ramp is right about here.
or to rebels.
And if you do everything right, you'll maintain full speed without bumping into anything or slowing
On the
down.
infected or the rebels?
Both. Shit.
Also, as for getting off the horse, like right here, I want Ellie to get off the left side of the horse.
I'm starting to get that impression.
So if you have the camera facing to the right, Ellie will get off the left side of the horse. And if you have the camera facing left, Ellie will get off the right side of the horse. Kind of cool that they made that pretty consistent. So yeah, when you're going this way, you want the camera facing this way, so when she gets off the horse, you do something like that. Did I do all that again? I guess not. Oh well. You get it. It's basic movement. You just go over here. Now also, right here, you want, when you climb up here, you want to do a dodge and then triangle. Otherwise, Ellie will write on her map. So if they're conversing, you hear that? I hear it. Infected. And you just walk up here, she'll write on her map, and you can't do anything else. So when you climb up here, that. Make sure you do that. And this is the courthouse. Okay. So we wait for the transition from 1 to 2 here. And yeah, this area is very, very strange. I still have awareness indicators on, right? Yes, I do. Okay. All right, I'll do this once, and we can do this as many times as we want. So I'll do it once. Hopefully it's good. All right, that's good. As you saw, once I hit triangle, their awareness kind of went away.
Watch it!
And that's okay, because once you hit that point right there, you're invincible. Okay. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. First things first. Make sure you don't sprint past this yellow line. That yellow line. Make sure you don't sprint past that yellow line. Next, so like you'd throw it right there. This bottle throw has to be specific. So if you throw it like too far this way, this runner over here will run down this hallway. You don't want that. And sometimes if you throw this bottle too far to the right, this runner, well, sometimes he doesn't even hear it. So that can work, but I don't recommend it. What I do recommend is this being thrown right there. Make sure, like, again, you don't want to sprint past this line. You can throw it while you're in sprint animation. But you want the reticle to be, like, right here. You want to throw it right about here. Not too low, because it'll hit the table. You want to hit the back wall. So it looks like this. That will make them very consistent. Now, as for this area, if you just jog the whole part, you'll get spotted. That's the reason for the jump. So putting it all together. Now, if you go out in the hallway too early, you'll also get alerted. So there's a lot of moving parts with this area. But the thing so far, doesn't really matter when you throw that, it just has to be not too late. You can hit L2 once to stand up, but then right there on the sunbeam, I like to do a jump. You don't have to do any jumps after that, but it's faster. Like right there, it's probably safer to do 2 jumps instead of 3. The triangle prompt at the door shows up at different times every time. It's weird. It has to do with when, like, the enemies lose their investigative nature on the bottle throw. So yeah, if you just, even if you're like just like slowly jogging through that hallway, eventually you will get alerted. So I like to do a sprint jump. Right around when that sunbeam starts. Now the sprint jumps are a little interesting because there is a way you can mess it up. Damn it. I need a wall, or I need a hallway. Yeah, right there. If you do a jump, yeah, there's something weird with the landing of the jumps. If you do a jump like this, yeah, I'll go back here. If you do a jump like this, notice how I was alerted as soon as I landed? That's because, like, when I jump, I let go of sprint right away. If you do that, if you just do a jump, a sprint jump, you see how she dodged?
Heads up!
She just dodged. A way to avoid that, again, that happens because you jump and then you just let go of all the buttons. See that? Right there, that's the perfect way to show it. A way to avoid that from happening is by keeping the buttons held down until right before she lands. Like this. See that? More specifically, sprint, so. Alright, they just heard me there. Yeah, putting everything together, 'cause that's pretty much it. Don't go out in the hallway too early. When he goes in there, you can go. And then notice when I let go of sprint. Now again, sometimes the triangle prompt doesn't show up and it takes a while. So I don't think she would live through this one. Yeah, there really isn't a reason. You have to do the first jump, but honestly, there isn't really a reason to do a third jump. Let me show you in the hallway if you don't do the jumps properly again. Still, you see how she dodges at the end? Again, the way to avoid that is to keep it, like, let go right before she lands. Alright, I'll do this a couple times properly and then we'll move on. Yeah, you don't have to do 3. You can just do 2. Ends up working much better. Okay, one other thing that can go wrong. I love when this area works. One other thing that can go wrong is if you do the first jump too late, you'll jump into one of the chairs. Watch this. See that? It's weird, and you can still get it to work, but I didn't hold left there, so. It's just strange. So make sure, I like to do like as soon as the sunbeam starts there, that's when I do it. Also make sure you're hugging the left wall. That's another important thing. I actually don't think that part matters, let me check really quick, but it's something that I do. There really isn't a reason you should do that. Okay. Alright. Finish with this area. Do that, and we barely have to wait. And we're good.
you ever been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never...
All right, there's a stun bomb over here, but we're not going to pick that
Oh, I
up
got
yet
in
because
trouble.
she does that thing where she
Never
looks at
landed
it
in
a
the
lot.
courthouse.
Okay, right here, I want to make a save file. I need a file to get rid of. I'll get rid of you. There we go. Okay. By the way, save files in this game work a little differently compared to part 1. They don't overwrite themselves. So you don't need another file to like for as long as we play, this one won't get overwritten. Unlike part 1 where overwrite happens no matter what, which is very, very annoying. So you needed 2 files. Here you only need 1. Yeah, the reason I need a file for this encounter specifically
Shit went down here.
is because there's, if you restart encounter, it's done very differently compared to, what am I saying? Hold on. Doing this fight from the elevator is different compared to if you're doing it from a restart encounter. So here, let's go. We use a rifle and 2 pistol bullets, that's it. There we go. And then we go. Now, if you have to restart checkpoint this fight, there... You can still perform it, but you can clearly see they're in different spots. Again, you can still perform it. Now, the biggest negative about this encounter is an extra enemy spawns in. Dina killed it, but it's right over there. You can see it. So you can still perform it. It's just done very differently. For one, this runner right here doesn't come around this way, and then these guys are just in completely different spots. Point is, it's very important you do this one first try. Not only because the area is different, not in a good way, but because there's an extra enemy that spawns in. Okay, let's, again, get a bottle before you jump down. Let's, alright, if you drop... What? Oh, that was weird. Okay, if you drop from here, obviously you'll die. You do there, and then I like to do a dodge to the left. She doesn't stagger when she hits the bottom. Okay, so remember that thing that we did, bottle throw, and then immediately mash square for a quick knife throat slit? We do that here, but first we move a little bit to the left and then rifle the runner in front of us. Then we do a bottle kill on the left, and then we headshot a clicker. We'll start there. First things first, get the rifle. Boom. Do the quick kill, headshot the clicker. And then deal with this one. Now that runner right there, this runner's really weird. If he spawns behind this pillar, this runner spawns right here, but he'll never spawn if you look at him. He will only spawn if you face away from him and enough time has passed. It is a very, very weird spawn. It's like a little camera trick that they did. And also, the rest of the enemies won't spawn in until the first 3 are dead. It's either the first 3 or it's the clicker. I'm actually not exactly sure which one. But there are 2 runners in our way of the clicker, so it's not like we can really change the strat. But yeah, it's either the first 3 dead or the clicker dead. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, you kill one. You get a brick that's hidden under the water, but it's like right there. And then you deal with him. Is there anything else to mention about this fight? Let me just go back to the beginning. And you'll leave with this much. There's another rifle bullet we pick up over there. So yeah, it's...
Jesus.
One. Boom, boom. Get the pistol ready. Boom. Headshot, kill. Dina can help you with this one runner, but you kill it with your knife. Come over here. There's a brick right here. Pick it up. Kill this one. Then there's another runner coming here. Kill this one with your knife. And then there's a clicker. Kill it with that. And then as you're leaving, you get a... Game. You get a brick. And then this rifle bullet. And then you come over here. Now, what's interesting with this, the combat, they made it so you got to use the dodge button all the time. If you're able to hit a runner with... like, when you're doing combat, you know, sometimes they just shrug it off and continue their attack. But sometimes they react to your hits. Without shooting them, it takes 6 knife slices to kill them. And as you can see from Ellie's animations... Not there, but... From Ellie's animations, it's all... If you're mashing square, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll only do it in batches of 4. So if you're slicing a runner, after the 4th one, the runner's going to regain consciousness, and then you'll have to dodge one of them. So what I do is, if I swing and I notice he's reacting to the slices, I'll do 2. Hold on. I'll do 2, stop for a second, and then start up again. She'll do 4 more, and then that's a kill. So it's a little sneaky way to make it so I never have to stop swinging. The difficult parts about this encounter are definitely the clicker headshots. Also, this jump can be weird because if you just jump towards it but you're too far away. Hold on.
Careful.
Sometimes you can hit the ledge and then just fall. I think I'll show this off one more time.
Shit!
Here we go. Rifle this one. Bottle kill this one. Headshot. Watch out for this guy. I think Dina shot him. Yeah, okay. So watch this. He's not there, he's not there, he's not there. I turn away, and he's there. Now there's this one. Now watch. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a kill. Now here comes the clicker. Oh, this will be tough. The clicker kill is a lot easier when he takes his first couple steps towards you. Because then his head will just go like that way, and it's a really easy kill. If he's like coming towards you, you're not sure where. You need to get like this close to him to get like a more accurate headshot. But if he's far away and taking his first couple steps, that's a free headshot. So you want to make sure you kill those runners pretty quickly so you can afford to put yourself in a good position. You don't have to rely on him being like right in front of you. Do it one more time. Yeah, Dina can help here, but don't count on her.
Careful.
Like in the one spot in patrol, we relied on her a couple times. Don't do that here.
Shit!
Almost missed that one. So Dina shot her once. Now keep the camera turned until you hear him. Otherwise he won't spawn in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we go. Quick, easy kill. Watch his head. Right? Left. Go. And that's that. If they do drop anything, pick it up. I'm just going to show you, like...
Here's our gas.
I'm just going to not pick anything up on random drops.
Come on.
I'm only going to show you, like, the drops where they're supposed to be.
Empty.
Seriously?
If you get a random drop of something, that means you don't have to pick it up later, but I want to show you where everything is, not relying on a random drop.
Let's try our luck at the dome.
Like the things at the end of Patrol, those were consistently always going to be there.
How do we get out of here? Oh.
Okay, this one's weird. Ellie wants to write on her map. So what we're going to do is dodge, swing her knife. She's not going to lunge. She's just going to swing her knife and then dodge again. It'll skip her writing on her map, and then you can get on the horse really quickly.
Okay, let go.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Okay.
See that?
Cross the courthouse off.
Now, this horse is supposed to be facing
List.
Let's go find the
this way. I think it's all the file loading I did and pausing that made it not do that. He's supposed to be facing this way. Just know that. Okay.
It might be
So I
worth
mentioned
grabbing
this
some
checkpoint
supplies before
last
press
video,
on.
but I like to time it so it's like when the horse's head hits the edge of that concrete. So 132.33. So right about there, I think. 132.36. Yep. So restart checkpoint, and that places us right about here. That's where we were. This is where we are now. So you immediately just go over here and then continue onward.
Hey, that building's got something on top I'd call dome-like.
And we're going to leap over these three things, but mash triangle and face to the left so Ellie gets off on the right side of the horse. And then right here, do a knife lunge. And then hit circle when she's in the air so she doesn't, like, get staggered on the bottom.
Can you get through?
Alright, this encounter is like a lot of encounters in this game. You're just gonna hold sprint and run past.
This way!
Okay, now this one right here, that part's easy, obviously. This next part can be a little tricky because of Ellie's tired sprint speed. So what I like to do here... There's a checkpoint here. 133.24, it should be right about there. 133.30, okay. Don't restart encounter, that'll place you back in the other area. If you restart checkpoint, it'll place you right here. This is where you reload your rifle. But Ellie's got her full speed, and you don't have to worry about dodging. It's not necessarily faster, it's about the same speed, but you get the sprint speed back and you don't have to worry about dodging or potentially getting hit. I one time died to a clicker, I got hit twice by a runner. I've had some weird things happen by just continuing onward. Alright, but we're inside the synagogue. And
Ellie,
over here,
this place is a synagogue.
remember I said if you just go through here, it takes her a little while, but if she's crouched, she goes through faster. Now this is tempting. There's 2 revolver bullets and a bottle right here. Ignore them, because we're going to do a restart checkpoint, and whatever you had when you entered the building is what you have after the restart checkpoint. So if you pick those things up, the restart checkpoint gets rid of them. And I'm sure you're like, oh, well, why don't you just not do the restart checkpoint? It's like, because it's a lot slower.
Hey, language. This is a house of worship.
We got some gas.
It's a lot slower. I'll show you why. Normally you have to like open a gate and then move the crate and stuff.
Okay.
So as soon as you can zoom in again, like that, restart checkpoint, it places you back at the top, but the gate's already open and this thing is already moved out in the middle of the floor. And if I had picked up the revolver and bottle, it wouldn't be in my inventory, so there's no point in doing that. I wait until the sunlight reaches like past the moving crates, and then I go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Bet I can get to the other balcony with this.
Right, this one, just hold R2,
Ellie, careful.
go a little bit forward.
It's okay.
little bit backwards.
Holding.
Aim towards the very left side of the thing. She gets high enough to go right there, and there's that.
Come on, Dina.
Right.
All right. What I like to do here, wait until Ellie turns around, dodge off of here, and then do some knife dodges.
Okay. Gate.
Now, the reason I do that is because when you land, Ellie's going to write in her map again. By doing those dodge knives as soon as she lands, you skip that from happening.
Could be a while before we run into Abby and her friends.
Right, and that's it. We're
Might
done.
be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
Good point.
Onward, Shimmer.
So when you dodge off of that top ledge, make sure Ellie is facing
Doing
forward.
back there.
Remember what I said about like dodge punching sideways? It's weird.
Oh, that was an adventure.
Haven't found any of them yet.
Hey, it's a big city. We barely started looking.
Yeah, I know. Just thought we'd see one of them right now.
Remember, face the camera to the left. Ellie will get off on the right side of the horse. The camera always does a weird thing right there.
Here we go.
All right, restart checkpoint here. That's to
Right.
I got it.
as soon as you can zoom in.
Put in the code.
Not as soon as you can move, because Ellie can move around a little bit. It's as soon as you can zoom in. This one's important, because I lost... I accidentally did this once. I thought it was as soon as I could move her again. Nope, as soon as you can zoom in, because the two are different here. This checkpoint puts us on the horse, and then you can, like, ride right to the gate code. It's 5345. And as soon as it lights up yellow, that's a checkpoint right there. And it skips them, the gate opening, them getting on the horse and stuff. All right. Doing a lot of talking today. What else? You'll notice some speedrunners of this game sit on a pause menu or restart checkpoint or skip cutscene for a while. That's because if I were to just like pause, restart checkpoint, if I were to do this right away as soon as I was able to, you'll get a long loading screen. But if you wait on a pause menu for about anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds, you won't get that loading screen, which can sometimes last like a minute and a half. So either a minute and a half or 15 seconds waiting. There is no in between. So you'll see a lot of runners do this. And then you, hold on, I want to make a file here. And then the next scene loads up right away. All right, remember, when we hopped over that ledge and ran past those runners, we were reloading our rifle. And this is why. We're going to use those 2 rifle bullets right here.
You see that?
We're also going to swap frame rates again. There's the stun bomb. If we pick it up while we're alerted, we won't have to look at it for a while. Now 4 runners, 2 bullets. 2. Did I miss? Oh, I missed. Well, pretended that killed them. That's why I made a file. I want to show you this a couple times. All right, I don't know how that missed, but if I had aimed just like a tiny bit to the left, that would have gotten both of them. All right, let's go back.
Keep an eye on those
Okay,
windows.
so you noticed I was pointing the camera down. That's because if I just do this...
You see that? Infected just hopped that fence.
Means we can get in that way.
If the runner gets a little bit too far, it becomes a slower kill. And then I'm a little bit late getting to my spot. It still kind of works. Let's see if I can get the collateral. No, look right there, that didn't work. I'm further proving why you need the 30 FPS when you're doing a strat like this. Remember, if you're going to go for the 2-for-1 rifle kill, do it in 30 FPS because it just doesn't work on 60.
Keep an eye on those windows.
It does work if you're close enough to them, but it really doesn't work. Anyway, so the reason I point the camera down here is because that delays the runner spawning and hopping over the gate. So as soon as I get over, I can get a much quicker kill.
Heads up!
Now, if I approach this doorway here, this first runner is a little slow to get me. There we go. And right there, you notice it went from 2 to 1. So as soon as you like fire that shot and it works, you would restart checkpoint, and then it places you right here with the infected dead. Yeah. And you actually don't need that. I'll do that a couple more times, but that's tough to look at. We want 0 and 0. We don't have any revolver. I said we don't use any until... We don't pick any up or use any until the bloater. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, when you start the school, you're given a pistol, 1 pistol bullet, and 1 rifle bullet, as long as you didn't have anything. Not a revolver bullet, but a pistol bullet. This science doesn't work with revolver. So if you have 0 and 0 when you start the school, you'll have 1 and 1. I guess it's the game looking out for you right before a difficult encounter.
Keep an eye on those windows.
So yeah, again, camera down, that delays the spawn of the runner. Camera left, so Ellie hops over right. Mash square for a quicker kill. Frame rate swap. I personally like approaching, grab the stun bomb to the left, because then... There we go. See that? And then you would restart encounter. I'll do it one more time. You can lose a lot of time if you don't get the 4 kills in 2 shots. What else to mention? Yeah, if you approach the doorway from the left side, the first runner that comes out will do like an I see you animation, prolonged, I see you. If you approach it from like the middle, like the front of the doorway, they'll continue to come. They won't stop their movements and they'll come out quicker, but that makes the collateral a little bit tougher.
Eye on those windows.
So yeah, I prefer kind of freezing that first runner in place to make the collateral a little bit easier. So camera down, delays the spawn of the runner. There we go. There we go. And then quick kill. What the hell? Oh, subtitles. Heads up, display. Frame rate. There we go. Remember to grab the stun bomb. It's during an encounter, so we don't have to look at it. There we go. There's that runner. I see you. 2 for 1. Oh, I shot its leg. Right there, yeah. Remember, don't shoot their legs. I didn't think I did. Because of that, I'll do this one more time, but Dina shot it right afterwards. It's not the end of the world, but aim high. Sorry, I'm doing this quite a few times because you can lose a lot of time if you can't get this right. Here we go. Got the stun bomb. Approach from the left. I see you. Kind of back up a little bit. Aim high. Oh, I got him. Nice. There's the collateral. All right, frame rate swap. And restart checkpoint. Places you right here. Very good strat. And you don't need that rifle bullet that was in the middle of this room, because you're going to get a free one later. It's tempting, but don't pick up any melee weapons. You can do a dodge on these stairs. Climb stairs kind of slowly. All right, look at this table. There's nothing here, except for this lamp. There's messing around. But pay attention, there's nothing here on this table here. Actually, I think it's because we exit through a different one. Whatever, you hit this door right here, you skip cutscene. I think that takes you out through a different door. Yeah, this isn't the same.
Come on.
It looks the same, though. Sorry, I thought it was this, we come out the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, you skip the cutscene, and then right away you want to grab this rag and the hammer. Remember, I mentioned the hammer.
We can get out this way.
You want to do dodges off of here,
Yeah.
and then here, but then right here. This is where the hammer movement comes into play.
I know.
So remember, this right here is faster than this. I'll typically only use the hammer if I'm going in a straight line. If you need to, like, go around certain corners, like if you get stuck on something, it's very annoying. So if I need to make some sharp turns and stuff, I'll usually just run. But if I'm just going, like, way over there, it's been proven. This is the fastest running animation besides your full sprint speed. This is faster than tired sprinting. You know? It's like I mentioned, this speed right here is the same speed as Ellie's tired sprint. I don't know why they made the game like this, but yeah. Anyway, let's we hop out of the hotel, come over here, get on the horse. So the goal is to keep that hammer for the rest of the run, really. We still use the melee weapon, but the hammer has 4 hits in it. By the time the run's over, like, well, when she makes it to Santa Barbara, she loses her melee weapon. She doesn't keep the hammer for that long. She'll have it in the aquarium at the end of day 3 if the run goes the way it's supposed to. Anyway, 3 proper triangle prompts here. Alright, this one doesn't look it, but this saves a lot of time.
And I...
Because Dina gets on the horse really slowly.
This.
So this one saves time. So let me...
Big question, though.
Nope. Save file. Alright, 139.10.
Where does this take us?
139.52. So when you get to around the back left edge of the car, you hit a checkpoint there, and that puts you on the horse past the gate. This one saves quite a bit of time. You know, there are some here that save only a second or 2. That one saves probably like 8 or 9. Because Dina takes a long time to get on the horse. And then just go over that thing.
Get the other! Don't lose her! Go!
Now it is faster, not by much, but it is faster to crawl and go get the gun. And then it's slightly after she gets hit in the head that the cutscene starts. All right. School. Remember, next time we control Ellie, we'll have a rifle bullet and a pistol bullet. We're going to use that rifle bullet right away.
Come here.
Right.
Dina!
Hands get sweaty. All right, these involve triangle prompts. And then mash square. Here, it doesn't matter like how fast you mash, as long as it's a steady pace. You don't get this to happen any faster by mashing faster. Alright, the cutscene for this is like as soon as the knife touches the skin, maybe just before. I don't even think you have to hit square there. I think you can just run into him. Okay, now we're going to do another frame rate swap because this strat is... It looks really difficult at first, but when you practice it more and understand how it works, it's very, very doable. I'll do this quite a few times. Alright, I missed. I keep missing. Hold on. Scratch that. There we go. Okay. That's the reason for the frame rate swap. We are getting 2 headshots.
Let's go.
This woman drops a revolver.
How many guys
You
do you
can
see?
pick it up if you want,
Enough.
but for this category, this run, it doesn't benefit us at all. But yeah, this is very, very important, this strat right here. You start from here, you go this way, and then you just line up a shot. This guy is like breaking the window with his elbow. At the same time, this woman is aiming at you. And then he breaks the window. As he's ducking down, you fire. And you get 2 headshots in 1. See that? Definitely one of the tougher shots. Even if you graze him, you can still get it to work. One of these has to be a headshot. Well, now I'm getting it to work really well. So, and here's the reason we do that in 30. Again, the collateral. 60 is inconsistent.
Don't let her get away!
I completely missed one. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in 60. It didn't even hit her. So yeah, if you're ever getting a 2 for 1, do it in 30. There we go. Now, why is that important? This strategy is super, super, super duper important to get.
How many guys
Because if
do
you don't get this,
Enough.
you're going to have to use your
We gotta
hammer
get
to
the
kill
hell
them.
outta here.
And we need the hammer for later. We absolutely need the hammer for later. We need the pistol ammo later. We are really crunched with ammo right now. It's grounded, you know? And we're going fast. There's a lot of ammo throughout that open world spot, but, you know, we're just very, very limited. Let me do this a couple more times just to show you. Oh, yeah. I don't even show you how this works. This isn't as consistent as it looks. There's a way I'm manipulating their movements, because watch this. If I just go over here... Okay, that hurt. She hasn't poked her head out yet. She will only poke her head out once I turn the camera left. See? So if I turn the camera left right away, she's already there. So the timing of... I'm manipulating that woman in the back. The guy in the front does the same thing every time. The woman in the back behind the crate, you turn the camera at a specific time and crouch, because that's how you line up the headshot, so their heads align at the perfect timing. So watch. Left turn, crouch, boom. This took me a long time to get comfortable with, but it's become one of the most important strategies in the run. Because I cannot use the brick that I have. I need it for later. I cannot use a hammer swing. I cannot use my pistol bullet. This strat has to work. So, left turn, crouch, aim, boom. Now, if I headshot the woman in the back and I graze this guy, like I just shoot him. Actually, let me show you. Damn it. I headshot him. How do I do this? There, I shot him. Dina, like, if you headshot this woman,
Let's go.
but body shot this
How many
guy,
guys did you
or
see?
headshot this guy and body shot
Enough.
this woman,
We gotta get the hell
run through and look at them. Dina, potentially, will shoot them once more and kill them. So just doing this over and over. Alright, Dina didn't kill him. But if I go this way... Come on, Dina. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. You'd have to do it again. That's why it's important. You need to get 2 headshots. Now again, make sure you don't turn the camera too quickly. See right there, I turned the camera too quickly. She popped up earlier, which means she shot me before I could shoot them both. But if I do it too late... I get her, I don't get him. So it's a fine timing here. Left turn, crouch. I missed her. All right, I missed the headshot. I'll move on in a second. I just can't stress how important this is. There's Dina killing him. See that? So that has a possibility of happening as well, if you miss. Same thing there. Dina can be helpful here. Let me get the double headshot again. There we go. I was too far to the right, that's why it wasn't working. Oh, I missed them both. Okay, sorry, I'm obsessing about this area. There we go. The light's glitched. Okay, finished. Practice that, and then practice it some more.
Let's go.
Okay, as soon as she starts sprinting, there's your checkpoint. You cannot go through this area without killing those two. The game doesn't really allow it. You could try it on very light. I don't think the door works at the end, but on grounded, you especially can't get it to work. I don't think you can get it to work at all. Okay. Yeah, once she starts sprinting, you can put the frame rate back. And now we get to the real school. If that strat wasn't hard enough, here we go. Don't restart encounter. It sends you back to the beginning. Restart checkpoint places you here. Their AI works a little differently. Way more in your favor. So I'll do this once. Hopefully it all works.
It was this way.
3 prone dives. Go. They'll miss.
Come on!
Slow down here. Climb up.
Right here.
Get your Molotov ready. Wait for them to hop down and run past you. Molotov these two.
Found them.
Okay, that's how it's supposed to go, and then no matter what, you heal here. Even if you only took a little bit of damage, you always heal here. And then they lose sight of you. Now, there's something about that that didn't work. That was good. I'm going to do it from start to finish again. But there was something about that that didn't work. The Molotov was supposed to kill both of them, but the way they spawned in, they were too separated for the Molotov to kill both of them. So I had to pistol her. A majority of the time, they're a lot closer together. That's just bad luck what I got there. If you need to recognize that you got that, because if I throw the Molotov and that one woman lives, the strat does not work. She will come in after you, and then you're going to lose. When you can't use any of your supplies, you need them all. So you'll have to redo the whole area. And we need that pistol bullet, but there's some improvising you can do much later in Hillcrest, but that's for the next video. So yeah, let's go all the way back.
It was this way.
Point is, if you get that thing with the Molotov, it's all random. It's just random. You have no control over it. Here's another random thing that can happen. This enemy can sometimes be very slow. You need to wait for this enemy to just walk past you. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, that's the worst luck I've ever seen. So ignore that. I'm gonna do it properly once and then break down the specific things you have to do. See, there she is. Or he.
Got him. Over here.
Yep, they'll miss.
Come on!
Down there.
Okay. There we go. Get the bottle. Heal.
There.
And then triangle's waiting for me. Nice strat, huh? It's as good as it can get. Okay, let's break it down piece by piece. First things first here.
It was this way.
When you sprint here, don't be to the left of the tables. It didn't work there, but you like can or will get alerted most of the time. I had a run die recently because I sprinted too far, and I was too far to the left. I think I was like right here. Right there, see that? And if that happens, yeah, you're fucked. So, what I like to do is hang to the right and start prone diving at around that table to the left there. And then prone dive at, do 3 of them, and do it at those, hold on, this one's pissing me off. There we go. Prone dive at those angles, because maybe I can get it to happen here. If I did those prone dives at, like, bad angles, like here. If I did prone dives like that, you saw there, he sees you. So what you want to do is hang to the right about here, 3 prone dives, but you want to do them towards this wall first, and then crouch walk up to here, because you got to wait for them to take cover anyway. Then you go. Now the problem here, I'm going to sprint the whole way. The problem here, with sprinting here, she's, this might hurt.
Hey, come on!
Well, she's out of her sprint speed.
Caught them!
So while it does work, it's better that she gets alert when you leave the school. It's better that she gets alerted later, so they start shooting at her later, and she gets some of her sprint speed back. And climbing, sprinting, and climbing, jogging, there's not a big difference in speed, I gotta say.
It was this way.
But remember, hang to the right, start your prone dives around here. Don't cut the prone dive angle towards the door just yet. Then we go. Also get some of her speed back. Let go of sprint right around here. And then don't hold it down until you get up here. See right there, you'll get shot. I'm not saying you won't get shot. Now watch these enemies. They'll shoot at you, but did you notice how far he continued to run, and then how long it took him to turn around and finally shoot me? So that's part of the strat right there.
It was this way.
Do these towards the wall, and then break towards the door. You need to wait for him to take cover behind the thing anyway.
Got visual on them. Over here.
So to regain your sprint speed, let go of sprint right about here. Oh, I got alerted. That was odd. Whatever, we're fine. Wait for him to run past you, and then go. And then throw the Molotov at these guys.
We found them.
And then... Oh! See, that death right there is because... Well, it's random whether she shoots you or not. But... It's how many times I got shot when I was climbing for the reason I died there. Now, because of that death, it can be, you know, tempting to throw the bottle earlier. The lock-on in this game isn't that good. I gotta say, it's not that great. So you need to run, like, closer. Remember Saravina, I told you don't run towards, like, the front of the door. Here you do. Otherwise, you can't lock onto that woman. And sometimes she doesn't run outside the door. Sometimes she runs back inside. You need to run towards the open door part. I can't, like, describe it, but... Yeah, if you get shot, you get shot, you know? She has to die. She has to die. You Molotov those 2 people, assuming they're close enough to each other. If they're not, pistol, body shot, the one that was far away. And then, what? Yeah, get the brick ready, throw it at the woman, and then swing a hammer at her. And if you notice, I'm mashing triangle after I kill her, because sometimes the pistol she drops has a bullet in it. But,
It was this way.
yeah. There's a lot to this area, but that's about it. go. There you go.
Got eyes right here.
You won't get shot.
This way!
Let go of sprint.
Here.
Climb up. I didn't even get shot there. Wait for him to run past you. Ow. Okay. That'll get both of them. And then... See that? And then go. Now, no matter what, heal here, because we won't need this medkit anywhere else. And then sometimes it can take a while for the area to be declared over. I feel like an enemy is going to follow me here. Yeah, the area should have been over by now. That can be a random part of this area. Like when the area is over. But when this works, it works. Alright, let's go back all the way to the beginning and do this from scratch. Not ready yet. Okay, here we go. Dina, thank you. Pretend that was 2 headshots. Okay. As soon as she starts sprinting, that's the checkpoint. Frame right back. Restart checkpoint.
It was this way. I see him! Right over here!
Go! Go!
Let go.
Got them! Over here!
Wait for these guys to run past.
Take him out!
There we go. Got the bottle, nothing else. I took a little bit of damage, so I'm gonna heal. Ooh, that ended early. Nice. Okay. The truth is, if you didn't take that much damage by the time you get to this point right here, by the way, you need to pick up that rag before you leave. You can, theoretically, not need to heal here. It all depends on how lucky you feel. Like, from this point forward, you're not going to take any damage until the TV station. You just aren't, if everything goes well. And TV station, you're potentially going to take a few hits. So it's kind of like a Russian roulette kind of thing. Because you absolutely 100% need a med kit. You'll never not have a med kit for Santa Barbara. There's one right before Santa Barbara. The only question is, do you want 1 or 2? If you use one here, well, I'll show you the med kit locations later. But yeah, if I take any personally, if I get grazed by a bullet once, I'll sometimes risk it and not use a medkit. If I have taken 2 shots or more, I'll use a medkit. And sometimes, this is something I didn't even mention. When you get shot by an enemy, let's say a pistol, sometimes it's a grazing shot, sometimes it's like a critical hit where they'll violently react. It's kind of like when you played Pokemon back in the day. You'd do an attack on the other Pokemon, it would just... Maybe it's super effective, maybe it's not very effective, but sometimes there'd be a critical hit. That's how getting shot in this game works. Sometimes it's just, ouch. Other times it's like, oh, fuck, that hurt. So yeah, if you get shot once, grazed, I sometimes like to risk it and not use the medkit. But any other situation, yeah, use the medkit. Because you're going to take some damage in TV station. There's no doubt about that. You are. Sorry to say, but you are. And you don't get any health regenerations from this point forward. You actually don't get any health regenerations at all. That time lapse between Saravina and the school, you don't get any health back. You barely had any health when you started. You're not going to have... when you started Seattle... Wait, what am I saying? if you had barely any health when you left Saravina, you're going to barely have any health when you start the school. So it's very important you don't take damage. Alright, I'm finished. I used the medkit, alright? Most of the time, you're going to want to use a medkit. Alright, I'm done with this area. Alright. Right here, when it goes from 2 to 1, restart checkpoint. This one saves a long time.
Now.
I like to use the hammer here. Okay, there's a checkpoint right there. If you jump to the left of that railing, there's a checkpoint you can hit earlier. If you jump in the middle, there's no point in doing the checkpoint here. This one doesn't save that much time, okay? It just places you right here. It's not that important. Run through here. Skip cutscene. Don't pick up that manual. You don't need it. So don't hit the triangle prompt for the door from far away. Do it right on top of it, otherwise you might accidentally hit the manual. And this is where we do all the hammer swings.
You good? Yeah. Thought I was fucked back there. Thanks for the save, by the way.
If I'm making turns, I'll sometimes stop doing the hammer swinging.
Keep an eye out for patrols. There were a bunch trying to take me out around here.
Like right here, if I'm like rounding a corner, I'll stop for a second. But it's annoying, but this is faster.
And once they realize we're out of this...
Alright, there's the transition from 1 to 2. Alright, this area is weird. It is one of the weirder... Well, I don't know how to describe this area. There's 2 different, like, batches of enemies. That building to the left where Options is right now, this building over here, there's a bunch of enemies in there, and then if we go a little bit further forward, there's another group of enemies. If you get alerted in this area that we're in right now, it doesn't affect the next area. But for some reason, if the enemies in this area think they see you, then that ruins the enemy alignment for the next area. It's so weird, it's so bizarre. Point is, either don't get alerted, or do get alerted. But don't ever almost get alerted. You don't really have control over that, but yeah. Here, let me do it once. I think what I'm trying to say is what's wrong with this area is you could do it one time and it doesn't work. You could do the exact, and I mean exact, same thing a second or third try, and it'll work. Sometimes this area just doesn't work for no reason. Yeah, this is where having awareness indicators on helps. And that restart checkpoint makes it so Ellie can sprint her full speed. When she starts to slow down, I start doing the hammer stuff. This area will also work without the hammer. Like, if you just want to sprint, that's fine. It's just the tiniest bit slower. Alright, there's enemies behind us in that building. What I like to do is take a very long right turn. A very wide turn around. Then when I get to this ledge here, I stop. Ellie, like, yelling with the hammer swings doesn't alert them, by the way.
Everywhere.
The bottle we picked up at the end of the school. There's a pistol bullet there. And then you go. When her feet hit the floor on the other side, she's good. Okay, yeah, that's the strategy. I'll do it a couple more times. The strats there are pretty specific. Please start off with sprint speed. When she slows down, right about there, start with the hammer swings. Because for some reason it's faster. Okay, right here. Like I said, you want to take a wide turn. If you take like a straight line, direct path, it's more likely they'll spot you. So I just like to take a wider right turn right here. You know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. You don't want to do that here because, yeah, there's an increased chance that they'll spot you. Sometimes you'll get spotted by those two people. Doesn't happen often. All right, right here, I do a manual throw. And the reason I hop over this table right here is because this bullet's really hard to pick up. Your eyeball needs to be, like, touching it. Also, this right here. That right there is why I crouch walk to the window and even crouch leap into the window. Now, if that happens and you leave here, you can still continue the area. There's only 2 enemies that are going to follow you, but you lose your hammer. So right here, there's another guy here.
Oh, you're dead now.
Yeah, here, see? And then you can just, like, push him against the wall. So you can improvise, but you're gonna lose your hammer. You know? I don't want you to think, oh, I got alerted, I have to do all of that again. No, you lose about 1 minute and 10 seconds if you have to go all the way back and you got alerted through the window. 2 enemies will follow you. When you drop into this area and you're alerted, they will spawn 2 enemies out of thin air to follow you. If you take care of them, you can proceed. But, yeah. I mentioned something earlier before. Unlike part 1, bottle throwing in part 1 is a little... throwing bricks and bottles in this game is a little bit different compared to part 1. In part 1, the manual throw would be farther than just hitting R1 right here. Let me show you something. A manual throw here. Hold on. A manual throw here goes about there. An unaimed throw will, like, really fly. It goes a lot further. Now, part 1 was the opposite. Like, this throw wouldn't go very far, but this one would. So when I'm doing that strat over the side, if I were to throw the bottle like this, it would go too far. So what I do to distract them there is I do a quick little manual throw. You can see it doesn't go nearly as far. But that's what you want. Okay? Also, one more thing before I continue. There's a... Right before I climb that window, I climb like 3 things. Is there any multiple things I can climb here? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, yeah, actually, I can simulate it here. Okay, so... I climb this thing, and then I... Hold on. Tina, move out of the fucking way. I literally need that spot. So you climb this thing, and then you climb this thing. The point is, when you climb this one thing, the next thing you climb, you'll be standing up. So, when we get to the end of this level, I'm crouched, I climb one thing, and then I climb the next thing, she'll be standing. So, let's put it this way. All right, I'm standing right here. I climb something. I'm going to be standing again. If I hit circle when I climb something, she'll be crouched when she hits the top. So watch. Circle. See that? So, unlike this. So the last climb I do at the end, you saw, I got alerted at the end because I was walking. I was almost jogging when I was going to the window. If I was crouched, I would have been fine.
No way we're finding her before scars are infected. Good. Find the body and let's bring her back.
So I climb one thing, then I'll climb another, and then I'll climb another, but I need to hit circle when she does that last climb, so I'll be crouching towards the window. That's what I'm trying to explain. Sorry, I could explain that a lot better. But basically, when I do those climbs, watch my inputs. Because it's a small detail, but it's really important. Remember, we need this hammer for the whole run. Again, I take a wide turn. And I continue onward. And her yelling does not actually... The guards don't hear that. They would hear the sprint.
How do trespassers even get in?
Deserters get out.
Okay. Again, manual throw. Right about here. You do a quick step into this window. I like to do a sprint leap over this table. Okay, that's one of the random things. See that? That's one of those things that didn't work for no reason at all. That makes me think I was almost alerted. That's where an enemy would normally be if I was almost alerted. Yeah, before I mentioned, if I'm almost alerted in this area, then the enemies in the next area are weird. Here, I'm going to try and get alerted on purpose. There we go. I might get hit. Yeah, I'm probably going to get hit. Okay. But watch this. These enemies don't give a shit. They're not alerted.
How do trespassers even get in?
The game's treating it like we're in a completely different level. So again, watch my inputs. Circle. That last climb, you gotta hit circle. And then boom. Like I said, not getting alerted and getting alerted offer you the same RNG in this area. I don't think I can make it so I almost get alerted, but if you almost get alerted, by that table that I pick up the pistol, there's a guy like right there. And he would never be there if I wasn't almost alerted. That's pretty much it. I'll continue on after this next attempt. Now again, you can get through here. You can do all this without using the hammer. If you just want to run, that's fine. It's not absolutely necessary. Just to show you, I won't do it here. But to avoid getting alerted, I take a long, wide right turn. It doesn't avoid it completely, it just lowers the chance of it happening. So look, the hammer is optional, but like I said, it's been proven that it's faster.
How do trespassers even get in?
I still do a swing off the ledge. Okay. Okay, so watch my inputs again. Crouch around when you get to that little crate right there, that chest. Circle. See that? You need to hit circle mid-climb. That'll make it so you're crouching when you do that last climb. And that's it. When her feet hit the floor here, it's really funny. This isn't a solid wall. You can see through it, but all the enemies despawn. All the enemies despawn. And someone's asking, how do you duck under the fence without slowing down? I mentioned that earlier, but you do this thing again.
Now,
Dodge, and then circle. It's faster than doing that. See, when you get there, dodge, then circle. Okay, so we hopped... where were we? We hopped out of here. We landed. You sprint right here.
Hey, Dina.
Yeah.
You saw one instance of a guy just randomly being, like, right near the table. We pick up a pistol bullet. That's really the one thing that can go wrong. And getting alerted if we were to, like, walk to
That
the
round
window.
building. It looks like the TV
Or
station from
jog.
the map.
Yeah,
Right here.
come on.
Dodge. And there's a transition point right there. From 1 to 2. Right, so right here, there's a bottle hidden in the grass here. There are many different ways to do this. My preference is this.
I ran into a trap. A what? Explosive traps.
And then you go down the hill. Let me do that again. So this is scary because these are tripwires. If you... Aw, man, I thought I could... I thought I could time it so it explodes without the death triggering. But yeah, you can't go over them. I've seen someone do this. There's a couple different ways to do it. You can do that.
What was that? I ran into a trap. A what? Explosive trap.
So it's one of those things. Personally, what's comfortable for me is doing this. Getting the bottle. Don't be too far left, because sometimes that explosion can hurt you, and there's something wrong with that. Sometimes she can just jump into a weird spot. Okay. Pick up the bottle. Hug the right side a little. Hop onto that straight. Jump straight. Throw the bottle at this one. Run past, and then hammer off the ledge there. Or jump, whatever. You need to go down this way anyway.
Oh shit.
So, boom,
What the fuck
boom,
was that? I ran into a
throw,
trap. Explosive trap.
and boom. And again, when this transitions from 2 to 1, restart checkpoint. That'll place you further towards the bottom without having to regain your composure. And here, there's some more hammer swings.
Is Leah chick? What if she's gone, but it's
I like to go there. Yeah.
I don't want to think about that right now.
Ellie runs pretty quickly in the water, too, so... Yeah, go that way. Again, these hammer swings are optional, but like we showed earlier,
Holy shit. These were all shot.
it is faster than just running. Seriously, that hammer swinging is the second fastest movement in the game, next to your full sprint speed. When you hop down this little ledge here, like when you go from there to here, you have to walk through this part. Hold on.
Hey, look.
You get around here. Right here, you have to walk through this part, so you want to do like 1 dodge, 2 dodges, and then hit triangle for the skip cutscene. And then come this way. Do some more hammer swings.
so rad. Boston wasn't like this, was it?
Pasta.
And then right here, next to this, go to the left of the tree, 20619. When you get a little bit past it right here, 20631. So it's right about here. There's another checkpoint, places you further ahead.
You see the TV station? Oh,
Right, there's tripwires here, so I don't like using the hammer here.
More shot. Stop. Tripwire.
Okay.
thanks.
Now for these throws. There's tripwires hidden in the grass and
Probably
everything.
for infected.
How do I explain this?
One wrong step.
This part's a little weird. There are tripwires right there. You can kind of see the reticle change a little bit, but we're going to throw these things
Probably don't cut through too
without
much with all
doing a
this.
manual throw.
There's that silver lining.
Well, we could. Yeah, we do it like this. The throwing a brick or bottle or anything reticle in this game is pretty accurate. So if you just align it right here and then throw, of course. No, that's something else. You want to underthrow it a little bit. That's something I've noticed with these. Like later on, we're gonna be throwing these bricks and bottles, like at tripwires like this, and you want to aim it under the wire, so it would look like. Damn it. This part sucks, by the way. Oh, I was... Okay, it's over there. See that? You want to aim just underneath. You know what? Let me make a save file here. Because I'm going to want to do this a few times. If you want to manually aim too, that's fine. No, but there's something weird with the first throw. Many times I've had it where I throw the brick, and then not only does it miss the wire, I never hear it land. So something happens where the game just completely despawned it. Yeah, this area is quite weird when it comes to the brick throwing. If you want to feel safer, you can do the manual throw. But when you you don't need to trip that first wire that's in front of you, but the one next to the truck in the back, you have to there. Also, welcome to part 2 speedrunning. A 1.5-minute loading screen. Get used to this, everyone. For no reason, all I did was restart encounter, unless it's checkpointing me, which I don't think it is. What else? Yeah, there's a way to do this like as fast as you possibly can. But remember, when you're doing the non-manual throws on the run, aim a little underneath the wire. Okay? I told you, either you wait 15 seconds or you get a 1.5-minute loading screen. No in between. All right, here we go.
I bet he went through there.
Here we go. Get this, crouch, aim a little underneath where the wire is.
Probably don't have all this.
Now right there, I highly recommend not moving an inch until that wire explodes or you hear the brick land. Because I've had it.
There's a silver lining.
By the way, that looks dangerous, but you'll make it over every time. I've had it where I throw it, go to pick up a brick, and then I never hear it land. It despawns. So don't move an inch. All right, there's another one there. And then another one here. That one I do a manual throw, because I'm right there. Damn. And then, as you can see, it's slightly lower. You can also lock onto it sometimes. I'll do this quite a few times, because this area can lose you a lot of time. And then get one before you leave. We just do it over and over and over. But remember, when you're doing just R1 throws, reticle goes slightly underneath the wire.
We've really got this area covered.
And do not move an inch until that wire is blown up. And again, that looks scary, but you'll be fine. Oh, get a rag right here as well. There's a rag right there. There's one right there. That. And then... Yeah, there we go. And then get that brick before moving on. That was perfect right there. Let me show you some things that can go wrong and what you can do about it. But yeah, I highly recommend practicing this area. Even I wasn't getting this area for the longest time, and then someone was like, or the person who found the fastest way for this was like, aim your brick lower. And that's all I needed to hear. Remember, crouch through this part.
We've really got this area covered. Probably don't cut through here much with all this.
Okay, that was aimed too low.
Silver lining.
So was that. Now, if this doesn't work, tough shit. Right there. Yeah. Tough spot. Oh, don't give me another loading screen, damn it. Thank you.
I bet he went through there.
So yeah, if you want, you can do this.
We've really got this area covered.
manual throw. You can kind of see the difference in the reticle right there. It kind of locks onto a wire right about there. So yeah, that one can be tough because it's kind of far away. It might be best to use a manual throw there. Get that rag. Make sure you get that rag. That one's right there. I like to crouch for this one. That one's closer, so I do that. And then that. If you're going to die from the detonation, it'll happen right away. There's a couple bricks and bottles here if you missed that one. Yeah, you know, even just doing this tutorial right here, I might just start doing the manual throw on the first one. Because God, I suck at that first throw.
I really got this area covered.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
There's that silver lining.
Okay, now what happens if you mess up this throw? Remember, remember, remember. Rag. Get it. Alright, so what happens if you mess up this throw? Oh no, I missed it. You can't go there. You just go underneath here. It doesn't waste that much time. And it places you right here, ready to do this. I kind of like to pre-align that throw. So yeah. I don't have a video to show you of the brick throw despawning on the first wire, but it's happened multiple times. So yeah, if you're going to be super careful about one certain throw, have it be this one. Then you grab another brick. You go. Get the rag. Go. Get this bottle. Brick. Boom. See, the reticle is underneath the wire each throw. I like to pre-align this one. And there's a brick right there.
We're not being subtle right
And then you move on.
Maybe Leah will come to us.
And then right here, 20836. There. 2841. Okay. This will place you at the very top of the stairs. And we're at the TV station. It's pretty damn important to leave here with a brick, because that's all we're going to use in the TV station.
Fuck.
Just come around here, climb up.
It's brutal.
Okay, I don't really like using the hammer here, and here's the reason why. I'm just using the hammer. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, that happens to me all the time. So there are certain spots where if I'm like rounding corners like this, I'm not going to use the hammer rounding here. Okay, there's a couple different reasons to do a restart encounter here. One, you get some. It's as she's falling into the room here. One, if you're too far ahead of Dina, you can actually soft lock this area because she'll never hop in here, and then triangle prompts don't work. And two, you get some sprint speed later on, so it's one of those things. Now this area is a little bit easier to do without the hammer, the movement at the beginning, but the hammer more than makes up for it everywhere else. So what I do here is I make sure Ellie's body is turned, and then I do...
This is definitely not...
I do a few dodges, because it's just... can I even do the hammer swings? No, you can't do the hammer swings here. You eventually can, but by that point, you're able to sprint. So you don't have to. So yeah, really what you just need to do here is a sprint, hammer swing, and then just do some dodges.
This is definitely not Tommy.
It's really your best way to go about it. And then when she gets tired, sprint, you can use the hammer. Although using it here isn't really worth it. Like I said, when you're maneuvering through tight corners and stuff. Alright, this restart encounter isn't really worth it that much, but when you get to the edge of that blood trail right there, restart checkpoint, and it places you just up ahead at the door. next to the shotgun. And then you can continue onward. There's a cutscene skip here. All right, TV station.
Well, she's dead. How do you feel?
Keep your eyes open!
Get down.
Christ. They're all dead. Fucking scars killed them.
Spread out.
Hey, it's them! Over here!
Okay. That was technically a successful TV station. That's what I mean about, remember I said back in the school, you're gonna take damage here. You just are, okay?
How do you feel? Pissed we couldn't talk to her.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this area. You can, don't restart checkpoint. You want to restart encounter. If you restart checkpoint, the enemies are already spawned in and stuff. Let me do that one more time.
It would have been pretty fucked up to make her talk.
Because again, this is another spot where the movement's pretty specific.
Keep your eyes open!
Get down. Christ.
That was close.
They're all dead. Fucking scars killed them.
Spread out.
Got visuals on them. Right over here.
Look at that. That time, no damage. You can get two more different attempts there. That's funny. Someone's asking, can you go without taking the shotgun? No, you have to get that shotgun, otherwise the door won't open. Okay, so first things first, what I like to do here, this is up to personal preference, but I like to crouch off here and then dodge off here because you can move right away.
Keep your eyes open!
And when her feet land there, that's when the enemies spawn in. So watch what happens if I do this. Wait, hold on. No, damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Let me jump.
Well, she's dead. How do you feel?
Keep your eyes open!
So she took a little while to stand up. I'm trying to show off the reason for that. Basically, what the crouching off, what this does, I crouch walk off this ledge, then dodge off of this ledge, so when she lands, you can move her right away.
She didn't hurt
If something happens where
It would have been pretty fucked up to me.
she has a long fall like that, sometimes she can take a while to stand back up. I'm trying to... What if I dodge off the top instead of jump?
Well, she's
Yeah, there.
How do you feel?
Keep your eyes open!
Well, she's not doing exactly what I remember. But right there, look at that. See that? She was slower.
I got you covered.
Spotted them. Behind the counter.
That's a lot of enemies. Yeah, that's just proof right there. Swinging a hammer or jumping or dodging off the top one, she lands and reacts slower. So the best thing I like to do here,
Well,
crouch, land, dodge,
how do you
and then she moves right away.
Keep your eyes open!
And then you don't get spotted. Okay, and like I said, don't restart checkpoint, because then these guys are already here. See that? So if you have to do this area again, do it from the restart encounter, not the checkpoint. What else am I showing? Yes, the next thing is when you jump over those ledges. Remember I mentioned, if you jump over something,
How do you feel? Pissed we couldn't talk to her. Yeah. She didn't hurt.
yeah, I can't jump over anything. Remember I said you could do it at angles. In part 1, you can only do it straight on. In part 2, you can do it at angles.
I don't care whether she held the club or not.
So when you're hopping over these things here, you want to do it at an up-left angle, this way. The reason for that is because if you do it straight on,
You want to find somewhere to hole up? Look over Leah's stuff.
Keep your eyes open.
like if you do it from here, it's more likely that they'll spot you to the right. You have more things of cover to the left here. So you have these things, you have that thing. And you want to do those leaps over with sprint held down.
Well,
Putting it all together, do that,
she's dead.
do that,
How do you
and then up left, and then another up left. You won't get spotted. And then right here, you want to hug this left wall and then just
Christ.
do that,
They're all dead.
and then that.
Fucking scars killed him.
Now,
Spread out.
Got them. Right here.
when he says out, like spread out, that's when you start moving. I don't know what else there is to mention. Yes. If for some reason you don't have a brick,
Well,
let's just say you don't have a brick,
she's dead.
there is one here.
How do you feel?
Keep your
Remember,
eyes
up
open.
left, up left. There is one right here. But as you can see, it's a little sketchy getting it.
They're all dead. Fucking scars killed him.
Spread out.
I see them. Here.
Ow. You can just ignore that guy with the hammer. The timing of the brick throw is... Yeah, let me show you what happens if you go too early. If you don't throw a brick at someone, you get shot right away. The brick kind of delays the rest of them killing you.
How do you feel?
Keep your eyes open.
You want to stay behind this thing,
Christ.
and then crouch as
They're
you
all
get it.
dead.
So watch this.
Fucking scars killed him.
Spread out.
I've got them. Here.
So that can work, but I've had it where, remember what I said about this game? The lock-on system in this game is bad. It's just bad. It's really, really bad. So what, waiting a little bit longer, they're dead, fucking scars killed him. Spread out. After he says out, that's when I go. It becomes a lot easier to lock onto that guy.
Well,
Trust me, this isn't an area where you want to squeeze like every bit of time save out of the area. You just want to get through. And we're barely using anything as well. So hug the left. Go straight on.
Christ.
We're maintaining sprint
They're all
speed as
dead.
well by doing this.
Fucking scars killed him.
Spread out.
Got eyes on them. Over here.
Look at that. Beautiful. When she loses her sprint speed. And go. I'll do it one more time. I don't know what else to mention. Hopefully you guys got it by now. So,
well,
crouch,
she's dead.
dodge,
How do you feel?
up left,
Keep your eyes open.
up left, sprint held down, let go, hug the left side, jog at them, forward, crouch to the
They're all
right,
dead. Fucking scars killed him.
camera to the left,
Spread out.
let it out, go.
Look at them. Right here.
That hurt, but she's okay. And then go.
There.
She's okay. She could have almost no health right now and still be okay. That's the reason right there that most of the time I'm going to heal in the school. Could you imagine if she had slightly less health? Slightly less than full health leaving the school? This is the only other spot where you can take damage after the school, unless you get alerted in Capitol Hill.
Fuck. Nina, we gotta run.
And you can do the hammer swings here. For some reason, I don't like doing that. I still do them off ledges and stuff.
Oh shit.
And then go through. For some reason, it might be a coincidence, but I've noticed when I use the hammer, sometimes I get shot when I'm going like to the door or running away from the enemies. And I think that might have to do with moving faster than the game allows me to. So sometimes I don't like using the hammer there. But yeah, okay, as soon as you can zoom in,
All right.
restart checkpoint. That's another checkpoint right there. And what this does is it makes Dina move towards the hole in the wall faster. Just in case there's a weird checkpoint, let me save here. Okay, let me show you off this next trick. It's pretty funny. Okay, watch how long it takes Ellie to put on her mask.
Masks. Okay.
I just want to crouch through here. See, I just want to go through here. That's all I want to do. And it's just slow. It's just really slow.
Find a way in.
So what you can do is aim your gun, and as soon as Ellie is finished saying okay, swing your hammer once.
Okay.
Ellie won't put on her mask. Ellie is an anti-masker in this section. But what that does is you can get a dive momentum going like right away.
Find a way in.
Now Dina won't start saying spores ahead, mask until Ellie hits the floor here. So
Find a way in.
you want to get ahead of Dina,
Spores ahead.
and then
Masks.
here you go.
Okay.
Wait for her to do one swing, and then do a dive. And that's it. So here I like to do dodge, jump, dodge, triangles right there. No need for the hammer. This no mask only lasts for this area,
Way through.
but it's funny. I like to do a jump with circle in midair, do a dive, and then that. You'll find what movement works for you in these spots. Yeah, I like to do a jump there, in midair, hit circle, move forward a little, prone dive, and then X. Oh, yeah, you gotta keep holding right here.
So which is it? Are they scars or
Okay, right here, there's a transition right there. Ellie hits the floor faster and is able to move. It also pushes some of the enemies back. Alright, let me think. This area is weird, okay? And we don't have a med kit to use, but Ellie most of the time sometimes is going to get shot here. We kill an enemy in our way, and then the other enemies like fire on us. But most of the time it's not a critical hit, so she should be okay. So if you're doing this area with like that much health left, you have reason to be concerned, okay? Let me just do this once and we'll see what happens. Ellie's got like half of her health left, I think.
Heads up!
See that? She got hit once, but it wasn't like a big critical hit.
Dina.
Okay, yeah, that worked. How do I explain this area? Let me show something different. Let me do something a little different and see if it works.
It's them! Right in there! Dina.
Okay, it did, but I don't know if you noticed there, that woman that's at the end of the train almost spotted us. And the clickers weren't as loud. So this is grounded, okay? So clickers are alerted right away. But what makes this area a little bit more consistent
In there!
is going a little bit slower, which allows the clickers to be closer to us. So right here.
There's too many of them!
Great defense right there by that one soldier. But yeah, what going slower at the beginning does is it gives the clickers more time to be closer to us. If we sprint and then stop sprinting at the very last second so we don't get alerted and then do the strat, the clickers are going to be really far away. So that gives a higher chance of the humans spotting us. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There's a thing of alcohol you have to collect. That can be a little tricky. But yeah, the faster you go here, I feel like the more unlikely it is to work. We'll see how many times we can get it in a row, but...
Dina.
I don't hear the clickers. Okay, that worked, but you gotta trust me. History has shown me that if I stop my sprint early, right about at this crate here, stop right there, maybe a quick little crouch.
Watch it! We're gonna fuck you up!
You need that alcohol. So the clickers are gonna be a little bit closer to us.
Dina.
So the humans aren't really going to pay attention to us. Oh, last second the clicker got one. So, yeah. I have a feeling no matter what, I'm not going to... Because I'm practicing, right?
Got them! Right in there!
Okay, so that... I moved very quickly there, so... Let's see if I get alerted.
Dina.
There's too many of them! Fucking fall back!
Nah, clicker got one. Okay, I'm not able to show it off. Sorry. But, basically, the earlier you stop your sprint, the more likely it is this area is going to work.
Whoa! Look out!
Remember to get that alcohol. And I go to the left there because I've found it makes it more consistent. See, there's the white indicator there, but there's a clicker a lot closer to us. Hear that? They killed one. So, while it is faster, obviously, to sprint for as long as you can, either before the sprint speed dies out or until you get alerted. Again, I can't show it here, but I feel like it decreases the consistency. The earlier you stop sprinting, the more likely it is to work because of the clickers being a little bit closer to you. You heard that one die just before. And again, we'll just look at my inputs one more time. So I like to stop sprinting right about there. And I just walk up to this guy and hit square. After that, I get the alcohol. Now, I go to the left here and hug the left wall and sprint the whole way to the triangle prompt.
Dina.
Because I've noticed if I go straight out the back of the train car, I notice a lot more inconsistency. For some reason, hugging the left side of the wall there really ups the consistency. It's all about getting like the closest you can to 100% consistent, which will never happen in this area. But, you know, this area specifically, like the entirety of the subway, there's nothing that works 100%. We just want closest to 100% consistency as possible, even though that 100% doesn't exist. And what I do there by letting go of sprint a little early, killing the guy, and then going to the left of the subway car. Here, I'll do it all over one more time. I think creates the most consistency. So I stop right about there.
Over here! Chris! You fucking bitch!
Yeah, they called Chris a bitch. I go over here. Uh-oh.
I found them! Over here!
Can the clicker get one? Okay, it didn't work, but the clicker did get one of them. So that's what I mean. This area isn't 100%. You're right about there.
Here! Chris! You're not getting out of here!
Get the alcohol. Hug the left side. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. Alright, this probably would have worked if I didn't... Hold on, I don't want that brick. There's a brick right there, but you don't need it.
Look out! Fucking trespassers are here too!
Come on! Dina.
Yeah, we're good. Alright.
Fucking move it!
Right, this area. Turn Ellie around.
Shit.
Dodge. Prone dive. Dodge. Remember to crouch through things like that. Another crouch through things like that. Alright, then we need to dive here at a strict angle here. We really want to get under this train car. Alright, now we're going to use the hammer. This is where the hammer comes in handy because the walking speed here is very slow. You gotta be careful with the movement not to crash into anything, but yeah, the hammer is probably its most useful right here. Okay, whatever you do,
Got another ladder across there.
don't, like,
Okay.
throw this thing strangely, like, over here. Because it just,
That'll do.
I don't even think you can grab onto it. No, you can't, so... That's, again, why you want to dodge straight. But, yeah, when you throw this rope,
What's the plan?
make it so it's thrown. Don't bounce it off this thing. Don't bounce it off that. Literally, just throw it straight on. Don't be fancy. Don't try and do it quickly. Just make sure you throw it in the right spot. And right here, all you got to do is hold forward, hold back, hold forward again, and she'll make it. Okay, now for a spot that's even more random.
Got another Shambler! Just get out
The
of
next
here!
strat you can afford to do in a non-permadeath run. In permadeath, I don't know if I would trust this.
I got you!
That's a shame. Okay, so this strategy is... when it works, I don't know why. When it doesn't work, it doesn't surprise me. Let's put it that way.
Watch out! Ellie, heads up!
See that? That's it. That's the strat. Now, I know the reason I don't get hit by a runner is because when I hit triangle, Dina teleports next to me, and the runner goes after Dina instead of me. As for the Shambler, there's some barrels right here. I'm thinking those barrels right there, he gets caught on them when he tries to spray me. I can't really check. Maybe I can.
Heads up!
Alright, I'm gonna die in a second, but yeah, it's just weird. What I do at the beginning is I stand up right away, and then as she's falling from here to the ground, when her feet are in the air, I hold down sprint. That's all I do. So, I do that, hold down sprint. Alright, that didn't work. So I do this. Do that, and then she's got that momentum there. Oh, I bonked onto the thing to the left, so I don't think this will work because of that. No, but then it ends up working, so... Yeah, try not to bonk onto anything. Also, I found if I'm like... Sometimes if I get really close to the Shambler, he will like... One time he grabbed me instead of spraying his acid at me. I thought that was because I got too close to him. Yeah.
Watch it!
That's the strat. It worked every time. I don't know what else to say. Again, if this doesn't work, if you get sprayed with the acid, restart checkpoint right away. You're not going to save it. But the amount of time it loses, you know, versus trying something else, it's worth doing, you know? Because then you just, do it again. You just try it again.
Watch it! Ellie, heads up!
Now again, there's a runner attacking Dina, so I'm okay with the runner. It's just if the Shambler's acid hits me or not. And then right here, you just use the hammer. And remember, I said in the patrol, at the start of patrol, there's an instance where Ellie will run earlier if you, like, mash your reload button. This is the other spot right here. So it all looks like this. And this is where the hammer really comes in handy here. So a dodge and a jump, and then hammer.
Fuck these assholes. Did they get you?
Try not to bump into objects while you're doing this.
Shamblers? Is that what they call them?
And then I end it with 2 dives right here. All right, and then when it transitions from 1 to 2, that's when you hit another checkpoint. This places you right in the heart of the next area, which is pretty much the last area. And that's it. All right, first things first. You want to stand Ellie up and do a sprint jump. Now remember what I mentioned back in the courthouse, all the way back in the courthouse. Don't just let go of sprint, okay? Otherwise this happens. Remember the little dodge she does when she lands? So remember, what you have to do, you can take a step or 2. Or 1. Yeah, you don't want to stay standing for too long. Keep sprint held down until right before she lands. And then you need to crouch right away, so circle right away. So it all looks like this. Yeah, you want to let go of sprint and then hit circle right before she lands. Okay, now, right before the Shambler does a little clicker thing, I thought you had to stop moving. Hold on. There, hold on. I was positive when the Shambler, like, made the noise here, you had to stop moving. There it is. I don't know why that didn't happen the first time. So to play it perfectly safe, when the Shambler makes, like, its clicker screech here, slow down a little. And then you can start moving. And that's pretty much it. You have to do... Okay. Let me go over that last part. Remember the specific jump combined with the crouch there. And right here. Slow down. Slow down. All right, now watch what happens if I climb too far to the left here. That's bad. So what makes that work is climbing up that railing as far to the right as you can. Yeah, and when you stand up, you got to do that jump right away. To avoid an alert, slow down just a little. You're waiting for this runner anyway, so it's okay. Climb up as far to the right as you can. Okay, now why do I do 2 prone dives there? Because if I only do 1, first of all, if you crouch walk, you're alerted. But if you only do 1, the Shambler hears you. As well as the first one. Let me just show you. If you don't prone dive at all, I'm pretty sure the same result will happen. Yeah. Okay. So the way you do the prone dive is after you, after you climb up, it's basically the same thing. Hold sprint, forward, and circle, and then do it again. So all together. All right, you're waiting for this runner to move anyway. And you would otherwise get alerted by this Shambler if you move at full speed. Prone dive. Prone dive. You can't really go up the stairs, but well, if you don't do it a second time, you get alerted anyway. So, and then you're good. Right, one more time. Don't ever stand up here, by the way. Ever. What I like about this area is brutal, but, like, casually, but we have 100% control over this area. It has a 100% success rate as long as you know the strats. Like, look, I could do this as many times as I want. I'm not going to get alerted, and I know that. So when I'm finished with that second part, yeah, I know this is gonna work. When I'm finished with that second part, I consider the all of Subway over.
Hold it! There.
Nice. Get a few hammer swings here. Because there's a lot of twists and turns here, I don't like doing that. Okay. So what you can do, we go up there. There's Naughty Dog Yellow to know to climb out of there. But down here, there's a fresh med kit there. And as you can see, it doesn't cost that much time to access. So, why'd I restart encounter there? Yeah, what the hell? I was debating whether or not I wanted to pick it up. Yeah, like, if you're going for speed and you want to play it risky, don't pick that up. But for the sake of this, I will. It's pretty valuable to just kind of leave there. And as you can see, it doesn't waste that much time to pick it up. So, there's a medkit. And I don't like doing hammer swings here because there's just not a lot of room.
Getting closer to light.
Okay, now what we're going to do here is there's a bottle to pick up, which you 100% absolutely need here. You gotta trust me on that. Bottle, right there. And craft a molly. Not a medkit, never craft a medkit. Molotov. That also gives you a good chance to look at what we have here. We have no alcohol and a quarter rag. Now, we need to craft another Molotov. Okay? But that won't be until later. There's some more things we need to pick up. We also need to craft another stun bomb, but again, that won't be for later. All the ingredients you need for this come in the theater and second half of day 2 stuff, okay? Yeah. Alright. Now, before this train car collapses, make sure the bottle is the last thing that you have in your hand. Alright? And you don't have to hit square here. It's pretty crazy, but since we left the school... I'll wait for the cutscene to finish.
Ellie, your mask!
Right there, as soon as it switches. Ever since the part with the school with the rifle collateral, we haven't used any ammo. The rest of the elementary school, Capitol Hill, the tripwires, the TV station, subway, we didn't use any ammo. Make of that what you will. I find that pretty cool. All right, this part. You can soft lock this area. And by soft locking, I mean you die. Not soft lock, you die. So normally the way it works, here we can do this quite a few times. Now, if you just continue onward, Dina dies. Just showing it off, all right? If you, that runner will always, it's kind of like the runner in the gondola section. There's one runner that will always grab Tommy. This runner will always grab Dina, and if you leave her grabbed, she dies. So you can either let it grab her, and then bonk him, and then Dina will go. Or I do this.
Let's fucking go! Go!
And it will never grab her. And then you go. Now, the one problem with this, that's why. Now, if the pistol was the last thing she had in her hand, when I do this strat, she would just take out her pistol. So right before the train car collapses, the bottle has to be the last thing held in her hand. Because when I'm doing this, you see, I'm pre-aligning the camera and just mashing throw. I don't have time to swap her, take it out of her inventory, and then throw it. All I'm doing is just mashing throw. She takes it out and throws it a lot faster. Bottle has to be the last thing you held before the cars collapse. Now, the one thing that can go wrong with this strategy is the game is programmed for Dina to get grabbed by this runner. So what happens if you throw it and then Dina gets in your way? Well, okay, she got out of my way. What the? Dina? She okay? Well, let me try and show that off again. If she gets in your way, did something change? Hold on a second. Did something change? Did something change? It used to be she would block the stairs and you couldn't get up. I'm gonna do this a few times. What happened? Is this a frame rate difference or something? Sorry, I don't mean to be like strat discovering as... I'm sorry, this is... Maybe it's a console difference. For the longest time, it used to be, if you didn't push her out of the way after you threw the bottle at that runner, she would block the stairs and you couldn't get past her and then you would just die. Huh. Well, whatever. To avoid anything like that happening, push her out of the way right away. Okay? So, throw the bottle, push her out of the way. And then when you hit the stairs, do a dodge. It makes that runner spawn in earlier. This is the most important part of this area, so throw the bottle, push her out of the way. Which is easier to do than it looks. Gotta do this one more time. Yeah, she moves. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Sorry, forgot what I said. I guess she moves out of the way all the time. Maybe they patched it out. Maybe they patched it out. I never thought of that. Whatever. Sprint. Throw the bottle. Push Dina out of the way. Don't leave it up to chance. And you don't have to hit square here. Because you're not really supposed to use the bottle, Dina kind of glitches back downstairs. And then you don't have to dodge that runner. You can just go. You don't have to dodge the clickers. Just follow Dina, and you're fine. I do notice when you you take a right at those Shamblers, if you hop over in jogging animation, it's still pretty fast. But she maintains sprint speed that way. So yeah. Dina blocking the stairs and then you dying as a result because you can't get around her. I don't know if they patched it out or that's a console difference. But that 100% used to be how the area worked. Also, this is funny. You can just dodge forward right away. Only once, but it looks funny. And it's faster.
Hey. What do you say we rest in that theater?
That sounds so fucking good.
I don't think holding sprint does anything here.
Almost there.
And then this one's tough to recognize, but... Transition. For the cutscene. Alright, you can do the hammer movement here. For some reason, I just never do it. Okay, what I like to do is get a bottle here, and then down there is 3/4 alcohol. Look at this.
Pregnant.
Before you move on, bottle, 3/4 alcohol.
Something like that.
We need an extra Molotov for later, so that one's really important. The last thing of alcohol we need is towards the end of day 2, so we don't have to worry about that yet. Alright, these are just to move her along just a little bit. As soon as you can zoom in. Generator.
Got it.
Go back down the ladder. Now here you actually want to hold sprint down the ladder, otherwise she goes down the ladder slower. When she lands, let go of sprint and hold it back down.
What's that sound?
You want to hit triangle on this note, circle immediately, and then triangle again. Now look to the left, there's a shining object. That's half a canister. We need to craft another stun bomb for Santa Barbara. So, that's half a canister. We get the other half in 2 more quarters much later on. But make sure, don't forget to pick that up. You can get the bottle and the alcohol coming back this way if you'd like. I like getting it as we go up the stairs, but that's preference. Alright, we walk more straight here, so I'm going to do the hammer here. Most of the time I'll just do the hammer tech movement if I'm only moving in a straight line and I don't have to like open a door later or something. There's no turns or tight spaces or whatever.
Spooky.
Sorry, this right here is just my mic and my head.
No way.
Hi. I feel like you guys like hand cam when I do these. And also, people are still wondering in chat how I'm able to use a DualShock. You can use a DualShock on PlayStation 5 if you're playing a PlayStation 4 game on it. Whoa. That's timing right there. The next frame will be a cutscene. There you go. Do that. Alright, this song Ellie plays is the same one that Joel played in the intro. So. And for me, I like X instead of touchpad, so. And then right after, cutscene. And then this cutscene happens during the black screen, so get ready. Here comes the motel flashback. Not the motel, that's later. Museum flashback. You want to be holding down sprint because Ellie's walking speed is pretty slow.
Is it a dinosaur?
Stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
All right, I'll have this video end at the start of
All
day
right.
2.
Is it an elephant? Is it...
More walking, less talking. Mind your step.
I got it.
Oops.
There's some strategies here that I have to mention, but this isn't all for nothing. As soon as she resurfaces, skip cutscene. This saves a lot of time right here. So if you swim as far to the left as you can,
Remember now,
when
don't
she
just
resurfaces,
flail about.
What's the water with the hole?
when you zoom in all the way forward, not as soon as she can zoom in, as soon as she can zoom in all the way forward, restart checkpoint, and it places you right here.
Ellie, come here. Take a look at this.
And then right there, I do a crouch zoom, because otherwise I'm doing this.
Ellie, come here. Take a look at this. See that deer over there? See it? Just through there. Look.
See the dialogue? So if I do this,
Ellie, come here. Take a look at this. See it? Just through there. Look.
faster.
I see it.
Yeah.
Looks...
Mash triangle.
How's that feel?
Refreshing.
Yeah, it's not nice getting pushed in, is it?
Well, actually, we need to swim through this part anyway.
I got you back. You're angry and upset.
I'm very angry and upset. Now, come on.
All right, there's a restart encounter here. As soon as the camera dips beneath the water, that's a checkpoint, places us further a little bit. Right there. Checkpoint. Places us further. Joel kind of moves at his own pace here, but we're still going to move ahead of him, obviously. And don't talk with him. Lots of times with Triangle Prompts, Naughty Dog's like, hey, converse! And I'm just like, no. I mean, you can do a little trick here. If you hold circle on a jump towards the edge of the water, you can dive under the water and get on the other side. But I'm just going to show you, it's not necessary. Because right here, you can't dive under the water until Joel is already on the other side. It doesn't save time if you're able to get on the other side before him. What you do want to do is hold forward and circle. And then let him swim ahead of you. Because one of my recent runs, I was ahead of him. He actually glitched underneath here and didn't move. I had to swim into him to break it. But yeah, let him swim ahead of you. Okay, right here is really the only spot where you could potentially lose a decent amount of time. You need to... Ellie's running is slow and you can't dodge here, so what you do is jump. And to be honest, I don't really know what makes this area tick with regards to Joel moving faster, but you want to get to the doors that Joel opens to the museum really quickly, and that will make him run faster. I also think you need the camera turned on him maybe to run. I'm not sure, but yeah, you want to move quickly here.
Okay.
So it should all look a little something like
Fuck
this.
it. I'm done guessing.
Oh, good.
But, like, is it a massive comic book collection? No, wait. A new DVD collection?
And then I just like to run side to side.
Which one?
Just, yes.
How about laser discs? I heard that's a thing.
Okay, Joel was a little slow there. When he's really fast, Joel's opening the door as Ellie's finished saying, like, I heard that's a thing. He was a little slow there. I find, like, being to the right of the right door seems to make him go pretty quickly. But, yeah. When Ellie takes one step inside this doorway, there's a checkpoint there, so you want to restart. Skip some little in-game cinematography. Yeah, it's like, how about laser discs? I heard that's a... And you want Joel to be, like, opening the door as she's finishing her line. That's fast. All right, checkpoint here after the third step. So, 1, 2, 3. Checkpoint. Places are at the top of the stairs. Turn around. And we go over here. we're going to put on a helmet.
Did you know this was here?
Oh, you don't like it. We can head back.
Oh, shut up.
And when you put this on, come over here.
How's it smelling there?
Like space.
Stand in front of this thing and mash triangle.
Whoa.
And because these cutscene transitions are seamless, it's kind of hard to spot. But right
After you.
there. Skip cutscene. Then right away, triangle prompt the door yourself.
Here.
Move out of Joel's way for him to finish opening the door. Now this one's funny. Probably my favorite restart encounter. Right before Ellie hits the water, you can restart checkpoint, not encounter, restart checkpoint, and it places her like in the water, and then the conversation they have at the top is a lot faster. There's also less dialogue as well. So this one is very beneficial, but it's also funny. The cue for it, you notice the water change. Something in the background changes. And that's the cue. So watch this.
There's more museum stuff over there.
See the water get brighter? Right there, that's the checkpoint. And it's like mid-scream too, so it's really funny. And then right away, start swimming and turn the camera backwards.
I want a good splash.
If you have the camera
More exploring
on
to do.
Joel, right away, Ellie will say, I want a big splash.
Nice.
So as soon as you're finished with that funny restart checkpoint, start swimming, turn the camera around towards Joel, and she'll start conversing right away.
No.
I'll open the door for you. Come on, we can't chicken out now.
That's pretty much it. When you get inside of here, make sure you don't hit L3. The game wants to distract you by looking at stuff. Also, if you want any proof, like I mentioned earlier, Ellie and Abby as well, their tired sprints are the same speed as their like non-alert running animation. This area is kind of proof of it. Ellie's going to have her run, hear a noise, and then transition to her tired sprint. See if you notice a difference in speed. You'll notice a difference in animation. It looks like she's swimming. It looks like she's either combination of swimming and trying to stop herself from falling with her arms flailing. But watch the difference in speed. It doesn't last for long, so look. And then at the end, I do a couple dive crouches, and then, yeah. Just watch. See, this is her normal running speed.
Bad news. There's shit blocking the door.
Just watch. It's going to transition, and she's going to be running the same speed, but look ridiculous.
Okay, be safe.
See? Crouch, dive,
Dinosaurs around.
crouch,
Big animals.
or dodge, crouch, dodge, crouch. Then you're through. It's the same speed. It's not even a little bit different. Right when Ellie takes her left foot back. That's the cutscene trigger. Then there's one more cutscene skip here, and then we control Ellie in the theater. You can't do anything as Ellie in the theater. You just go up to where the radio was, and Dina's in there, and then there's more cutscenes. If you forgot the alcohol in the like the bar theater, you can pick it up there. Here, look, you can't even take out any supplies. Oh, you can take out a gun. And you can reload it, but I don't even think you can, nah, you can't even fire it. And you can't even swap. You can't do anything, really. So I already picked these up, but if you... Is there anything here? Nope. Yeah, if you didn't pick these up, bottle, alcohol, that would be where you do that. Alright, but then come up here. triangle in the doorway. This cutscene takes, so if you skip this cutscene right away, you get a long loading screen, so we're just going to wait here. Wait here, wait, and wait some more. Wait, and wait. Right, and then this one happens pretty quickly. Right there. And you can skip this one right away because you get a loading screen no matter what. Hope you guys like moths. You're going to be seeing a lot of them. Hillcrest. That is where I will stop this video. And yeah, that was the entirety of Ellie Day 1 and the museum flashback. Some pretty good encounters in there. I would say the toughest part of all of like the Ellie % chapter. You got the courthouse, which can be very tricky. You got the school. Saravina can go badly very easily. Capitol Hill, you can get alerted for no reason sometimes. All the way to the subway. It's really a brutal stretch of gameplay. There's not much that happens here until like the... We'll go over it in the next video, but Hillcrest is surprisingly easy if you know what you're doing. Hillcrest, the houses, the dogs, all the soldiers, it's pretty easy actually. But that'll be for the next video. Hope you guys are learning something. See you in the next video. Bye.